It just dawned on me that some of the things that were in the possessions that the Drug Task Force gave to Tara Carpenter, aka Tara Woods. She claims she's a hammer, but James Woods made sure I knew that she's not a hammer. She's a Woods. Um, well, now she's a Carpenter because she's married to William Carpenter, who went to prison for child abuse and burnt my daughter with a space heater and sleeps with underage girls. Well, anyway, my point here is this: I knew about most of that when I had my head injury. Um, the Drug Task Force gave Tara private journals that I had that I used as therapy. Tara didn't want to admit that D in the journals was her husband, Pank. It was a nickname I had for him. And in my journals, I said that he was not my husband's and that I wished him well. I said it over and over and over again. And then I talked about the things that happened with me that were going on at the time in those journals. Tara tried to convince Dee Dee, it's a woman who Button used to be with, that I was talking about her. And that's so nasty for Tara to do. It didn't dawn on me until I'm sitting here thinking, why would these people think that I'm obsessed with them? That's just so not true. And there's no actions that even exhibit that. So I'm sitting here thinking, and then it dawned on me that I wrote those journals, and the Drug Task Force wrongfully gave them to Tara Carpenter. You know, that violates my rights to privacy. And then for Tara to go so far as to put the pictures of my kids and some of the other belongings to hang up on her walls, I had people from all over the place come back and tell me that she did that. That's just sick. That's really sick for her to do something like that. I'm not the one that's obsessed. Tara has been obsessed with me for years. It's sick. I've done everything I could to try to get away from her and her husband. Every time I move, there they are, right close in the vicinity of us. Every place we go to, there they go. I finally am at a place where I have peace, where I'm at now. And so, for all of this to, come out now, that journal was written in 2002 and 2003. Why would she be sharing my private business? That's disgusting for Tara to do that. Especially knowing the truth about what happened to me. And then she was the one going around telling everybody I was doing drugs and all this other stuff that she knew I didn't participate in. Something's wrong with Tara for that. For her to be so hateful and nasty towards me, why would she do that? Because I'm not trying to be funny, but Tara's not anything for anybody to do cartwheels over when she sleeps with everybody. She's got the same itch for underage sex as Pank does. Not to be funny, but we've had Cody, who was the turnkey's nephew, say that one of her kids belonged to him. So I've got both of these guys who are running around messing with underage people, trying to point the finger at me, knowing that they're guilty. You know, criminals do that. They do that. But there's nothing in anything that would ever give these people any reason to think that anything Tara ever said about me was the truth. They need to arrest Tara and the police officer who wrongfully gave her my stuff. Both of them need to go to jail for violating my right to privacy. Maybe they need to feel some of the humiliation that they put me and my kids through wrongfully. It's despicable. How dare they? It's one of the reasons people have so much anger and animosity. When you have stuff like that happen to you, and you look at the police department and they're at the core of that because they knowingly, wrongfully gave my personal property to somebody that they knew was going to use it against me maliciously. Who's responsible for that? because you're responsible for this too. God bless America. Have a blessed day. And back the badge.